Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the December issue of the Scholar Warrior video newsletter. And it's December, it's winter, and yes, I am wearing this hat for a bet. It is so cold here in England. It's officially buffalo season. Wearing my trusty buffalo. I don't know what I'd do practice-wise without it. So it's December. It's generally a time for reflection, for looking back on the year that's been and looking back at our successes and seeing what we can learn from those, and perhaps more importantly looking back on those things that didn't turn out the way that perhaps we might have wanted them to, and seeing what we can learn from those as well. It's a time for taking stock and looking forward to the year ahead and planning and acquiring the skills and the techniques we need to make sure that 2009 is a successful and wonderful year. It's also a time for spending with family and friends, and I hope you get to spend a lot of that during the holiday season. So, a bit of a mixed bag for you this month. I've got 3 exercises you can do in the privacy of your own home or your office without having to get changed into a leotard or go down the gym. I think you'll find those very useful. I've also got a series of videos I had fun making to demonstrate the different ways that your practice can and will be disturbed, and basically the best thing to do when your practice is disturbed. So we've got that for you, and perhaps most importantly, or funnily, I've got a free competition for you. You can win. I've valued it's about over £100 worth of books and goodies and things, and so look out for that towards the end of the newsletter. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the other 2 videos. The strange padding noise you might hear is my little puppy dog Louie, who I might actually introduce you to him at some point later on. But for now, you might be forgiven for thinking that I've got a bit of a downer on Qigong form. And when it comes to Qigong form versus actual Qigong, then yes, I do. But there are places where Qigong form is actually quite beneficial. And one of those areas is if you're in the office and your shoulders are feeling a bit stiff, you've been sat at the desk for too long, typing on the phone, planning, writing, whatever. So I want to show you just a little exercise, and we're just focusing on the form itself. That will still be beneficial for you. So if you watch what I'm going to do, the pattern's called Low Hand Draws Broadsword, but we're just going to use it to release stiff shoulders. So you take one hand and you place it pretty much, if this is my spine and these are my shoulder blades, in the centre of my spine, as far up as you can comfortably, and then you just reach over and take the hand with your other hand. So you clasp the hands together and then just turn and look over to one side, come back to the centre and let go, and then do another one. So you'll be doing, say, 3 on each side. Now let's say that you're not able to actually get the hands to meet. It doesn't matter, you just put that hand as far as you can comfortably, bring this hand over, so it doesn't matter if they can't meet, but you want to try as hard as you can while still being relaxed and comfortable, and then just the same thing again, so you're stretching the shoulders out. Then come back to the centre, and then do 3 on the other side. So your other hand goes at the centre of your back, this one comes over, even if it's just fingers touching or here, and then just turning, twisting your upper body over to the side and straighten up, release, 1, 2, and 1 more, 3. And relax, and we'll go on to the next exercise. The second pattern is a pattern called Low Hand Embraces Buddha. And for this one, you stand up, feet close together, and then pretty much as if you're holding a big ball, and just turn to the right, back to the center, turn to the left. So it's just the upper body and the waist that are moving. Okay? It's not twisting at the feet and the knees and everything else. It's just your upper body and your waist moving. So hold the big ball. And you're breathing, you just breathe in whenever you breathe in, and you breathe out whenever you breathe out. Spontaneous breathing. So you're just relaxing and twisting the upper body and the hips as far as you can comfortably. Remember, the philosophy no pain, no gain doesn't work here. If you've got pain, then it's a sign that something's not right. So aim to do the same amount on each side, as many as you feel comfortable doing. And this will help to release and stretch out the muscles in your mid and lower back, which is a great feeling if you've been sat down at a desk for too long, or if you've been a little bit inactive for an hour or two. Just stand up, hold this imaginary big ball inside in front of you, and then just turn to the right, back to the center, and to the left. It's as simple as this. Lohan embraces Buddha. And then when you've finished, come back to the center and just gently lower the arms. And the third exercise is very useful if you've had a bad call from a customer, or you've been left feeling, for whatever reason, quite anxious or worried or stressed out. Then generally what happens physiologically is our body will close, and especially this happens naturally. If you sat at a desk for a long period of time, your shoulders slump, your core stability collapses, and physical posture is so important to harmonious energy flow anyway. And if you sat at a desk and you slumped over, or at a TV or whatever it might be, then this alone will start locking up energy and start making you feel not good. So it's important. Let's say you've taken a call from a customer and they've been very angry or upset, or I used to work in a call centre and it was pretty much, it just seemed to be taking abuse all day. I wish I'd known this. So Louis, so straighten up, make sure your body's upright. Not Sergeant Major, but that your shoulders are back and your body is upright, so that you can breathe naturally. You'll start breathing deeper, and that's helpful. And then if you combine it with this pattern, Emperor walks, heart opens. So clasp the fingers together behind you, and this will naturally open your chest nice and wide. And then just walk around. Emperor walks, heart opens. Make sure you're standing nice and tall and upright. And take as many paces or steps as you need to start feeling back in control of your energy again. And if you really want to get the most out of this, then you can add what's known as smiling from the heart. If you're a student of Shaolin Wanam, then you will already be familiar with this. But for those of you who aren't, smiling from the heart is just that. It's not smiling from your heart, the muscle that pumps oxygenated and deoxygenated blood around the body and to the lungs. It's the heart system. So don't get too hung up on that. But pretty much when you smile from the heart, it's an expansive feeling. It's a big feeling. And yes, you can smile even if you don't feel you have any reason to smile. It's probably the best time to smile. So for some people, smiling from the heart involves a big cheesy grin printed on their face. For other people, it's like a beautiful flower blossoming. And other people just think of those they love, like their children's or their partners. And so if you can combine Emperor walks, heart opens, so fingers clasped, and at the same time, as you're walking around, just smile from your heart, you'll very quickly start to feel much better and able to get on with the rest of your day feeling, well, far more resourceful.